Here is a clip from Hajj, okay? You see a tiny girl, maybe a year old, barely walking, standing there holding a plate of dates. Pilgrims, men in their ihram, are stopping and eating the dates and kissing her, and then you get to see that she just got tired, she just collapsed, and then eats from her own plate. To average Western observers or someone who doesn't know anything about Islam, this looks culture. It looks like love and attention at the same place, right? You might even think, oh, don't they just love this kid? But for me, I cannot unsee what I know. And if you open the Islamic sources, this is not cute at all. This is simply tragedy. So let's apply Islamic logic to this. Because you can't judge this by the eyes of Westerners. You have to judge it by the book that those Mr. Muslims are following. First thing, look at the child. She's one. Maybe be very generous, 1.5. She's wrapped up in hijab. Why? Why does a toddler needs to cover her hair? Please, explain it to me. You've got Surah 33:59. Believing women cover up so that they are more suitable and they will be known and not abused. You've got this greatest commentary, Ibn Kathir, explains this how. Hijab makes Muslim men to know who are believers and who are slaves. Because slave women who didn't cover were seen as available. They are seen essentially as a public property for use. Ibn Kathir goes further and then says, well, those uncovered women seen as whore. Let's look at back to this toddler. If the hijab is there to stop men from thinking a woman is a whore or a slave to be abused, why are you putting it on 1 year old? Are you telling me that without scarf, those Mr. Muslims who are in the holy house of Allah would be tempted by a baby? Seriously? Are you admitting that in Islam, the female body from infancy is viewed as a sexual object that must be covered to prevent temptation? You are conditioning a baby believing that her body is the source of shame and danger before she can even speak or walk. Seriously. Look, here's another thing. Look at those Mr. Muslims, the way they are interacting with this toddler. They are not just patting her head. They are kissing her face repeatedly. Stranger after stranger is kissing the face of a baby. Seriously, think about it. Today, if you see a man walk up to a 1-year-old and kiss her on the face in a park, what do? You call 999, right? Mr. Policeman, come and help out. But in this clip, everyone is like, wow, blessing, blessing, blessing. This is seriously stressful. Here's another thing. Why the boundaries are so loose? You've got this amazing verse, Surah 65, verse 4 in the Quran, which lays down the rules and regulations for divorce. Talks about what is the waiting period for women who stop bleeding, and then talks about and for those who yet to bleed. So understand what is that means. You can't divorce a wife unless you are married to her. The Quran here grants permission to be married to and divorce female who are too young to bleed. Islam does not give you minimum age for marriage. All you need to do is listen to Dawah gangs. They are simply screaming that out now. Even 4 years is available now. You've got their prophet, Muhammad, peace, police, FBI, and child protection be upon him, have a sex with a child. Aisha, she was 6 years old, and he consummated the marriage when she was 9 years old. So, when I see those Mr. Muslims are kissing this baby, all I'm remembering is there is no hard line that says this child, she is off the limits. The text allows for the marriage of a girl who is not bleeding yet. So when you remove the biblical definition of the child and replace it with a system that allowed marrying with the toddlers, this is the visual result. A little girl, exhausted, used as a prop, being touched by a strange man because the ideology those strange men following says this is little woman rather than child to be protected. See, let me point out something as well. Okay, what is the reality of Hajj, you know? You kind of think, yeah, billions of them go to Hajj every year to pray, to fast, to sacrifice, all that, right? You've got Islamic tradition talks about Mr. Muslim man is walking in Mecca in Hajj while semen is dripping from their private part. You think about it, why semen is dripping from them? You've got individuals who are stating that certain Dawa gangs are traveling to Mecca. Instead of fasting and praying, they enter temporary marriage, secret marriages for sex. They do their misyar, their muta over there under the halal sex while they are taking their spiritual trip. There is a whole business of sexual exploitation masked as religious marriages happening in the shadow of Kaaba. So, look at this toddler, right? She's 1 or 1.5. She eventually collapsed. She can't even hold a plate. She's tired. She has been objectified for blessings. She's been sexualized by hijab. She's been conditioned to submit to physical affection of a strange man. This isn't love. This is grooming. You know what? If this doesn't stop, this little girl in coming years will be someone's hotel sex wife in somewhere else. Because this is what Islam is producing. It is heavy to look at that darkness, but I don't want you to look away yet. I don't want us to forget these images. I don't want us to look at this and then say, oh yeah, again, it's happening. This is normal. We cannot normalize this. I want you to see the contrast, okay? I want you to see the triune God. In Islam, the relationship is master and slave. A slave performs, slave covers up. Even toddler must work for blessings. But the biblical God is a father. For all eternity, Father loved the Son. Son delighted in the Father, in the fellowship of the Spirit. God of Bible doesn't want slaves. He wants children. Think of Jesus, okay? When the disciples were pushing children away because he's too busy, he's too important, all that. How did he respond? He didn't ask the kids to cover up. He didn't ask kids to serve him dates. He said, let the little children come to me. He took them in his arms. A true father protects the innocents. He doesn't consume it. If you are watching this and you are tired, like just this little girl, okay, who sat down, tired of the rules, tired of the performance, tired of the system that sees you as a source of temptation rather than beloved child, there is a good news. You don't have to earn Father's love. It is given to you freely in the Son. You can put your plate down because you are safe in Him.